to the station that swings.
This station really swings me.
The swingin'est sounds in music.
Ooh, swingin'est, ringin'est.
It's the station that swings.
Ooh, like this station's really got me in orbit.
You're listening to the Galactic Groovecast, featuring Part 2 of First Contact by NancyRatherThanFrank. Rachel was a descendant of the Numu peoples in the Great Basin of Nevada. She was probably chosen by the alien because of her strong connection to the past, and that her ancestors had been stewards of this land for millennia. The first official meeting was brief but profound. There was no immediate technology shared, no scientific breakthroughs handed over, just an understanding, an exchange of unspoken bonds. She felt a strange connection, as if the alien could read her thoughts. It pointed to the stars, and in that moment, she understood. She wasn't alone in the world. She had an important place. Humanity's first contact with extraterrestrials hadn't been the beginning of a galactic empire. It was simply the first step in an infinite journey, a journey of connection, not conquest. But to hide the real truth out of greed for power, governments around the world began decades-long misinformation programs. From Roswell to Rendlesham Forest, stories and lies were spread to keep populations skeptical, or wear these stories the truth. Some were convinced they were real.
In the object were small bodies, approximately 12 of them. They were small gray creatures with large heads. In the object were small bodies, approximately 12 of them. They were small gray creatures with large heads. The conclusions were that the planet Earth has been under a detailed, extensive survey by several extraterrestrial civilizations for many, many years. This was a disk that was 30 meters across in diameter and 5 meters thick. Cosmic Top Secret is the highest security classification that the NATO-shaped headquarters has. I believe they still have that classification level. The technology was so intricate and so advanced that it appeared to be magic.
The Army Air Forces has announced that a flying disc has been found and is now in the possession of the Army.
The aliens themselves are going to make themselves known before too long. We were being surveyed by highly advanced, high-technology extraterrestrial cultures. These aliens could put on a suit and a tie or sport jacket, sit next to you in a restaurant, sit next to you on a bus, or walk up and down the corridors of shaped headquarters, and you'd never know. The study concluded that this survey has been going on for centuries, maybe even longer.
What we saw forever changed us. There was a silver ship hovering above a tree between our homes, and it was totally silent, and other neighbors had started to come outside, and Cindy's father had a tripod. He was setting it up, and nobody was saying a word. I mean, Cindy and I didn't say a word. We were just in awe at this sight. There was a belt in the middle of the ship of red, green, and white.
planet Earth has been under a detailed, extensive survey by several extraterrestrial civilizations for many, many years.
Rachel's first contact convinced her that the truth had to be told. She had lowered her gaze from the halo of dark mesquite cactus beneath the sky, and that was when she saw it, stony and still, staring at her from about 50 feet away. It was a creature unlike anything she had ever seen before. The alien, in full view and unmistakable.
The saucer pilot, the saucer pilot, the saucer pilot, the saucer pilot, the saucer
The universe grows smaller every day, and the threat of aggression by any group, anywhere, can no longer be tolerated. There must be security for all, or no one is secure. Now, this does not mean giving up any freedom, except the freedom to act irresponsibly. Your ancestors knew this when they made laws to govern themselves and hired policemen to enforce them. We of the other planets have long accepted this principle. We have an organization for the mutual protection of all planets and for the complete elimination of aggression. The test of any such higher authority is, of course, the police force that supports it. For our policemen, we created a race of robots. Their function is to patrol the planets in spaceships like this one and preserve the peace. In matters of aggression, we have given them absolute power over us. This power cannot be revoked. At the first sign of violence, they act automatically against the aggressor. The penalty for provoking their action is too terrible to risk. The result is we live in peace, without arms or armies, secure in the knowledge that we are free from aggression and war, free to pursue more profitable enterprises. We do not pretend to have achieved perfection, but we do have a system, and it works. I came here to give you these facts. It is no concern of ours how you run your own planet. But if you threaten to extend your violence, this Earth of yours will be reduced to a burned-out cinder. Your choice is simple. Join us and live in peace, or pursue your present course and face obliteration. We shall be waiting for your answer. The decision rests with you.
From that moment on, Rachel knew that one day she would find a way. She would be the conduit for the truth to be told. She never forgot the smallest details of her encounter with the extraterrestrial. As a talented linguist, she later worked at the secretive S4 facility at Papoose Lake, close to Area 51.
We're in the fight. 595.
Horrible aliens with all their rows of sharp little teeth and their habit of using human beings as incubators.
After being interviewed on Coyote Jack's Midnight Desert radio show and telling all she knew about Area 51 and the secrets that the government had been hiding for decades, Rachel was taken by strange men in black. Only her pet coyote Vega knows what truly happened that night. No one knows if she will ever be seen alive again.
With at least 2 billion stars in our universe, somewhere in deep space there are probably planets with civilizations built by living creatures, some peaceful, some warlike. From the distant Sapphire Galaxy, a ferocious race of creatures have set out to conquer our universe, beginning with the planet Earth. A nuclear war is imminent, the results of which will poison even the distant reaches of outer space, and planets such as this one, the Emerald Planet. Though they are fierce fighters when it comes to defending and protecting their way of life, the Emerald Men in the Marpet Galaxy are essentially creatures of peace. They realize, however, that the Saphirians' mad idea of conquest now threaten their very existence, and drastic steps must be taken to prevent this dangerous act of aggression. Right 180. And 40 down. Increase thrust. Mach 32. You got it. More thrust.
I'm turning it up.
Station's orbit. Now it's EM-10. It's excellent for destroying their nuclear stockpile without any danger. Here's the station's new orbit. Ascent, 38 degrees. More thrust.
I'll increase the thrust to Mach 80.
Mach 92.
I'm turning it up.
More thrust.
Mach 100.
More. More thrust.
I'm turning it higher.
Earthlings can live on in peace now, Doctor. My mission has now been completed. You may return to Earth. Farewell.
Goodbye.
Farewell.
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 Farewell, my friends.
Goodbye. Goodbye. Bye. Bye, Darwin.
Galactic Groovecast. A brain ticket to the Coney Island of your mind.
Broadcast around the world. And on bigger and bigger television screens.
Galactic Groovecast.
Your go for APU shutdown on time.